Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Talk LDN, baby.
Hey guys, we know it's been a while, but we're back.
Yes.
We always say that because the consistency is not too sweet, but we're going to, it's actually going to be sweet. Like we promise now, it's actually going to be sweet. We're here, we're together now.
Yep.
And
Yep.
we promise consistency.
No, for real.
The OVO season is here. If you don't know, now you know, baby.
This is my favourite month.
October is here, so what does that mean?
Black History Month.
Yeah, some of you guys forgot about it.
Didn't ya?
I'm
sure you did. I'm sure you did. This is what has brought us to do this video because it's just a thing of, like, it's the last thing you think about when you think of October. You're just thinking, oh yeah, and Black History Month. So we were thinking, what does it actually mean to us? Like, what meanings do we get from it? And then it just broadened our.
So we're just like, and then we also saw a video by AB Vlogs.
Yeah.
What was the title?
Let me check real quick. Black is ... What does being black mean to you? Yeah. You got a group of our friends.
Yeah.
We just asked a couple of questions to a group of our friends, people we know in our uni. So stay tuned. We just want to apologise as well, guys. We want to apologise ahead. You guys had sweet answers. Your answers were making sense, but we couldn't include it all in the video because it's too many heads, and you know, the time is running out, so... Guys,
like, these are such intellectual people.
For real.
So it's just like, don't sleep on them.
For real.
Just a disclaimer for anyone, if you feel like you're getting offended, then I feel like you need to do your research and figure out why you're getting offended. Don't take any offence. Nothing is personal, but this is what is coming out of people's hearts. This is how people are feeling. Yeah. Comment
and explain to us why you feel offended. And we'll explain, obviously.
Comment. Tell us if you like the video. We really hope you enjoyed this video.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, baby.
Let's get on with the video.
Do you think Black History Month is celebrated enough in our education system or in your community?
I think, yeah. At our age, not really.
No, to an extent.
No.
I would say no.
Definitely not. I would say no.
Actually, no, like, in our age group, I feel like there's people that are trying to do stuff to, like, celebrate Black History Month more. But the only time, really, that I can remember being taught about in school was, like, primary school. And even then we didn't even learn, we just learned the bait ones, like, you know, Mary C. Cole, Rosa Parks.
Because I think we tend to look at Black History Month from a slavery perspective all the damn time.
We have a lot of African history, a lot of Caribbean history, and it doesn't get discussed enough. They don't talk about Black British history. It's always, oh, slavery, Rosa Parks, let's move on.
Most of what I learned about Black history was just like slavery, civil rights.
If we're gonna have a month that is dedicated to black people, I feel like it should be more of a celebration than kind of a look back on trauma.
Like, even like hidden figures and stuff. Did anyone ever know black women were involved in NASA? Ever? When Hidden Figures came out, most people were like, oh, who are these people? Who? I didn't know about these women. Yeah. And of course you didn't, because no one taught us.
I'd say no, because I feel like I'm gonna have to say the white people are afraid of afraid of our power, because once we actually find out about who we are, like, we'll be able to just take over, basically.
The most that we got in our secondary school was posters. And one assembly on Nelson Mandela every year.
Like, they'll have like a little poster on the wall. Oh yeah, this is for Black History Month. But then like, it's not really appealing. Like, you wouldn't get an email about it or something like that.
Wait, why would you want to email?
No, but like, you know when you have when you're at college, you have emails and you're like, oh, this event is going on.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
What date is it? It's October 11th. Have I seen the university say a damn thing about Black History Month? No.
I believe American Black history is taught very, very well, very heavy in some schools, but I feel like British Black history isn't taught that well. Me personally, I don't know anything about British Black history, and me as my parents and like my little cousins, second, third generation Black people in this country, I feel like we need to learn a bit more about our heritage and where we come from.
I feel like only Black people want to learn as well. Like,
yeah,
I feel like true. Maybe an impact on all this racist stuff. I feel like there would be some type of difference if like all of us were taught it. Yeah. Because white people actually don't know anything.
Yeah.
Like,
and the sad thing is some of them don't actually want to learn about the beauty of Black history. Yeah, I should have a tutorial every day. I want to learn a new Black inventor, scientist, makeup artist, genius every single day of October. That's what I need to know, and I haven't heard a damn thing.
I feel like there's lots of people not actually willing to learn. Like, we say we're willing to learn, but if you were to see something on Twitter that's maybe it's a video that's like 5 minutes long, and you see this Black something, you won't watch the video, or you'll watch like maybe 30 seconds of it, but you won't continue the rest, because it's like you care, but you don't care fully enough to like know and try to understand it.
I feel like my mom taught me more about British Black history than my school did.
I think definitely in my school, Black history was more of a thing. It wasn't great, but it was more of a thing because literally it was predominantly Black. I felt like being white was a minority in my school, which was just...
I think I learned in school about Black history was Emmett Till.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the only thing
I think it's kind of condescending to think that our history or our culture is relegated to a single month. So it's sort of like society saying, here's your Black History Month, take it, enjoy it. Then once November comes, we'll sort of forget.
It's crazy that like we ourselves don't really know our history, and we have to learn for ourselves because the education system is failing us on history that we should be knowing already.
You know the caller ID you see on your phone? You know say it's a Black person that made it.
Is it?
Yes.
See, that's what I don't
This
like.
is so annoying.
And the majority of like our dance moves are made by Black people, whether it was on the spot, whether it was actually choreographed. There's so many things which us as Black people we've influenced, and not much of our English system has gotten that.
And within my community, as I said, I live in a predominantly white area, so you don't hear anything about Black history where I live.
The only things that I feel the school likes to touch on in regards to Black History Month is stuff like Kunta Kinte, roots, and it's more to it than just that.
I feel like I've learned a lot of Black history through like social media, like Twitter.
Yeah. I think Twitter for me teaches me more than our education system does. Like, I found out that you know, Jack Daniels or something was created by a Black person, and then a white person took over it, took the credit for it, and then released it.
Like, I remember in school, just World War II, like in every single year.
Every day, World War II.
Every single time.
There are wars that happened in several different parts of Africa that people aren't aware of. And even World War I and World War II, people don't know that there were African soldiers who fought those wars, and then when they came back, there was no appreciation for what they did. Even to this day, like
gives a damn.
no one cares. No one cares. No one actually cares.
Sometimes I just want to cry. Like, what did we actually do to people there?
I always go to the protest rather than starting with the beginning from Mansa Musa. The riots that happened during slavery, people set themselves free from slavery and captivity. But yeah, they're missing a lot of things, and I think it's an indictment of the UK education system. But
Thomas Edison, light bulb. We all know that it comes like this because it's sort of drilled into us that
Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, Christopher Columbus. Okay, do your research is what I was saying, because you'll find that it wasn't really true. Do your research.
Apparently now it's Happy Indigenous People Day instead of Happy Columbus Day. It's good. It's good.
We're making progress. Education is key. Knowledge is power.
What is something that you wish you learned during Black History Month that you know now?
my mum took me to I mean, I forgot the museum it was called, but it shows about Windrush and how the Caribbeans came over here to England. And I didn't know a lot of stuff that happened because my mum was telling me how Britain actually begged the Caribbeans to come over here and work for them. They were telling them how the streets are made out of gold and everything, and when the Caribbeans came, it was Britain, as you know it today. So, like, for me, I would like to learn more about Windrush and how Britain really needed Caribbean workers to come over here and help and be a big part of, I think, the World War.
Yeah, I just wish I knew. I think, like what Daisy said, more female black achievements as well. So we could have known that what we did. All I know is like Rosa Parks.
I know. Harriet Tubman.
Yeah.
Madam T.J. Walker.
But actually, one question: have you guys ever watched Hidden Colours? I think you guys should. Hidden Colours.
I've heard about that.
Literally, it's a documentary. They got 2 Hidden Colours and Hidden Colours 2. Literally, all the facts on Hidden Colours. I wish I learned that in school.
I feel like I wish like I learned about like the true kings and queens of like Africa.
I wish that I knew about a lot of kings and queens in African history.
I can get like Ghanaian history from my parents, and you know what I mean. Like I don't really mind about British Black history, and even some black American Black history. Like learn about the Black Panthers, what they did for the communities in which they were in. You know, look about the injustice which was going on during that time. You know, a lot of the stuff I learned is from like walking documentaries. Like is it called the 13th?
Oh, yeah, 13th.
The 13th. That was on Netflix. Like so many different things. That's what I learned. In which I wish, because it would have made me more aware of what was going on. But I feel like we were sheltered.
Well, during primary school and a bit of secondary school, every time we had Black History Month, it was really just a depressing time, and I wish like I knew it was a good thing to be black back in the day.
Like I feel like people target Black History Month towards black people, so if we don't seem interested, they're like, oh, they don't care, let's not talk about it.
True.
However, our Black history is meant to be for everybody, so that there are less ignorant people in the world.
Even simple things like carnival. Most of us went to carnival how many times, but we never knew what carnival was for.
Do we even know about the Moors that conquered Europe? Oh, the who? The Moors. These were black people that conquered Europe. Like I hear of Nefertiti, but I don't really know who she is.
You know about Cleopatra though?
Yeah, like, exactly.
Yeah,
like,
but no, about all these British empires. They'll
it's-
even try and force, you know, like history lessons where you talk about like Polish history and stuff.
Don't
Like,
skip it. Russian history.
If you can teach me Polish, Russian history, you can teach me Black history.
When we're learning Black history, I understand American civil rights is very important, but let us learn about British Black history. Because literally, it's the whole saying like, someone's self-worth comes from how much they actually know about themselves and their ancestry. A lot of us as black people, we didn't gain a lot of self-worth as British black people because all we looked at was Americans.
I also wish I knew that like our motherland like actually had stuff, and we were born with riches and nature and beauty and stuff like that, and we didn't just wake up one day and we like were in poverty and stuff like that.
The one thing that I learned is that there are other that I wish I learned was that there were other historical figures apart from the known ones. Like if I mention the name Steve Biko, a lot of people won't know who this man is. He was someone who was also alongside Nelson Mandela in terms of fighting for apartheid to end. He died way before Nelson Mandela did, but not a lot of people know about him.
I feel like the only positive thing we get from Black History Month is Martin Luther King, maybe Rosa Parks, but there's a lot of events that we don't even get credit for, like in terms of inventions and stuff.
You wouldn't know, for example, about how black people invented stuff like mathematics.
I wish I knew about the positive stuff that Western society took from us as Africans, like the fact that we bath all the time. They never used to do that. They learned that from us.
There was so much in like deep history that we've never really learned at school.
Bathing.
Oh, even the culture of bathing.
Yeah.
They act as if to say, like, they taught us how to do things, so they taught us how to be civilized, or they taught us how to clean, or they taught us education, but we had all those things ourselves. I wish I knew that, because the way Black history is set up in this country, they act as if to say, before they invaded us and took us, we were nothing.
They made a consolation prize.
It's a consolation prize. I feel like they've woven struggle into the black narrative. So they give us this month to remind us every year that we've come from struggle and we've come from suffering and that we are lucky to be where we are. But they forget that we were living without them. And if they had never come, we'd most probably be a lot higher than what we are now.
What does Black History Month mean to you in general?
Now, nothing.
Yeah, say it louder.
It means nothing now.
Do you know the sad thing is I don't actually have an answer to that because
it
it doesn't mean much to me anymore.
Black History Month is just a month that amplifies what I already kind of believe in. I just feel like for me, every day is a celebration of like kind of black people's lives.
I think for me, Black History Month is just a way for me to know that black people are actually worth something. Like, we actually have come from generations of kings and queens. We've come from generations of scientists, innovators, people that have actually brought so much to the world. And it's just a way for me to know that we give more to the world than just being athletes and entertainers. We have far more greater role models to look at. Not that those people aren't great role models, because they are. But our role models are far more widespread.
It's not about complaining about white people. It's not targeted towards throwing slavery back in our faces or in other people's faces and using the race card. I think it's standing on the shoulders of our ancestors and building up from what they have done in the past right now.
What I don't understand is, why does it have to be like a separate month? If black people help build this country, why is it like they get their own history? Why isn't it part of their white history? Like, they built this country, slaves built America, they built the White House, and their history is separate. Like, why isn't it part of white history? That's what I don't get.
To me, Black History Month, sorry, is the shambles. I don't care about that stuff. I'm black every day. I'm gonna remember it every day. So to me, Black History Month is cancelled.
J-Rice every day.
Me personally, Black History Month is just another month because I recognise my black history throughout my whole life. So it's not for us, but it's for the rest of the world to recognise what we've been through, what we are still going through, and yeah.
When we were younger in primary school, it was something because everything was Black History Month.
As a child, I'll say it meant a lot more because it's like, oh, you're intrigued, like, oh my gosh, we have our own month.
Yeah.
But now it's like, a month isn't actually enough for all the stuff that we go through. Like, oh.
The only thing I know with black people in UK, culture-wise, was when like the gangs in Brixton. That's the only thing.
That's actually really important.
Black History Month for a long time was like a ploy just to give us, like, to feed us a spoon, like, you're complaining that you don't really get anything, so like, this is where you get 1 month a year that we're gonna talk about just black stuff, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna talk about on the surface, and we're really gonna divulge into what's actually going on.
Like, whenever like my teacher would teach me something about like Adolf Hitler or something, this woman would be talking like she knew this guy, like she was there, like she'll be bawling in lessons, like, oh, these poor people, Yeah. But then like when it's something like, what happened to the Jews was disgraceful, but what happened to us was like really bad.
I like to think of Black History Month as sort of like a catharsis, so like a showing of the pain that black people have been through in the past. So when we look at things such as slavery and the civil rights movement in the US, and plus look what's going on today in America and all over the world in terms of the racial climate, I think it's a good time. Black History Month is a good time to just like look back at all the pain we've been through and the fact that right now we can sort of celebrate and enjoy and say that we've come so far, even though we have so much further to go.
Being reminded of what our people went through that had that opportunity snatched away because you were in a bloody, what's that thing, in a bloody boat for how many bloody years, and you're working for someone picking cotton off the ground. What is that? I picked cotton. That's such a waste of life, and I just feel it's a time for me to reflect and be like, I'm not going to be ordinary.
I feel like Black History Month is just a title with no essence because
say something like that.
Now I even forgot about it.
Big man thing, like, sorry, not even gonna lie to you, I actually forgot that this month was dedicated to that thing. Okay, don't even take it in a rude way, but it's just like, now it's just, it seemed like a normal thing that just comes and goes.
Yeah.
When I was in primary school, like before October's here, like I knew Black History was coming. Now, it's because of this video that I'm actually remembering, oh, there's something called Black History Month.
It's also a time, possibly, for self-reflection. How much about your history do you know?
There's nothing. It's just when it's Christmas, you bring out the Christmas trees, you celebrate Jesus, you do X, Y, and Z. When it's Easter, I don't know where they got Easter eggs from, but you bring out the Easter eggs, you name up Easter eggs and stuff like that. When it's Black History Month,
to me, Black History Month is almost a day of honour. So we just show our appreciation and we show how compassionate we are towards those who who took upon those sacrifices for us in order for us to have the privileges that we have today.
Also, it's a celebration. Like, it's not meant to be depressing. It's not meant to be sad. It's a celebration of how far we've come.
Like, for me, it was like a celebration. Like, well, when I was younger anyway, like, we used to always have, like, at least 4 parties within that month. And
Oh, wow. Wowza.
When did you go to school?
Like, it's growing to be something in which you can be proud of. Because before it was like, okay, Black History Month, okay, cool, maybe like once a week we'll learn something. You get someone in, they have the little rain stick. During the rain stick that you had in primary school, the little thing that you had, like,
oh my gosh,
they bring the little rain
that.
stick in and then like you do stuff like that.
But then don't you think like yearly, like current people in the black community, like, you know, we're still doing bits, you know what I mean?
But that's the thing,
I
that's
feel like
the-
we're still celebrating, but
That's
we're
the
making
black
history,
community.
do you know what I mean?
That's the black community. I want to see other
Yeah, I
communities
think it's
trying to learn about our stuff too. I don't
Yeah.
want it to just be, yeah, we have to put it out there, and then when we do, they don't want to hear it. And it annoys me. And then when they finally do talk about it, they're praised for it. But we've been shouting this for years, and they only get. Then we don't get the praise. Our voice gets silenced, but they get the praise for saying stuff that we've been talking about for a long time.
And they just literally teach us the basics all the time. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks.
You're not allowed to say the back of us.
Who else was there?
Malcolm
X and stuff. Literally, those are the only 3 people that I know or were taught about in my school. And I realised that there's actually more than 3 black people in the world.
The only thing you're telling us about ourselves are negative things, like we're lesser than, and we have to make it out
of it.
Which is
So
like
the story of the struggle
which is
is
very
what
mad, because their gift of giving us a month is also a way of them kind of suppressing us at the same time.
There's certain things that right now, even though we're so privileged right now, there's certain things that we still don't have access to. There's certain places we still can't go. There's certain people that we still can't talk to. There's certain places where we still feel like we're not welcome. It's our job to stop that for the generation that's coming after us.
Nate, imagine if every black person puts aside this your stupid crime, your stupid postcode fighting that you do, and put that thing aside. We can actually put that thing aside and let's use we're all intelligent people, but we don't tap into our intelligence. We'll be playing dumb for this society.
They tried to make Britain seem like a nicer place than it was. They tried to say Britain was the first place to abolish slavery, when really and truly it was Haiti.
And more time, they were the ones that created the East India Trading Company and them stuffs.
But yeah, stay woke in it.
What does being black mean to you?
That's a big question.
That's a very big question.
Plantain.
It's everything. Oh my god.
It means I'm the pengest in the streets.
I feel like if you're black, you just have the sort of sauce, the sort of like soul.
For real.
Even if you're Nigerian, if you're Ghanaian, if you're Zambian, if you're Ugandan, wherever you're from, if you're black, even if African American, if you're black, there's just a vibe that we share. There's just this vibe that we share, and it's just like, I don't know what it is. Wherever we go, we make things lit. It's lit.
Where do you even start? Like,
I can't imagine myself not
I actually
being
love
black.
being black. I'm sorry.
that'd be dead.
You can see another black person across the street and like just lock eyes and you just like nod at each other. That's just because you're black. Just because you know you just I don't know. You just like you have that like inner connection. You know. So
usually, if you're black, surrounded by let's say by like a bunch of Caucasian like white people, you're probably assumed to be probably the most athletic one, probably the most cool one, probably one that has the most style, and so on and so forth. You know,
what I gain from being black is actually the connection that it makes for all of us as a community.
And yeah, there's a strong sense of community. When you get in trouble in school, for example, on your way home, your uncle will smack you, your auntie will slap you, your grandma, she will really discipline you. Yes, Uncle Ayo, he will also be there.
Being black means to me I have a heritage that I need to discover on my own, with the help of my friends and others, and develop my value as an individual in this world that doesn't love me.
You can be in a room with black people and I feel like you just can't feel sad. Like when you're in the room with the right black people, like there's always banter, there's just fun, there's life, there's happiness. Like black people are, despite all the oppression that we've gone through, we are a happy bunch of people.
Come like out of struggle, we've gained so many different types of music. so many different types of like politicians and legislations being passed. You know what I mean?
If you are in PGC, somebody can go do. It's just I don't know what it is. There's just like there's a magic about us.
So being black for me is just for me it's a lifestyle. I don't see myself as different to other people. Other people might see me as different, but me I like to do what I do. Yeah.
It means I'm royal. Just that's it.
Oh, that's right.
Something.
My girls and my kings are my crown.
That's right.
There's no trim, but the waves on my head.
Show them.
You know, I have to do like that. But yeah, waves on my head, my crown.
When we come together, it's amazing to see just how amazing we are. We're actually
I think the decisions that I've made so far would not be what it is if I wasn't black. Like even going to uni, like I had to proper search if there's black people there.
Yeah.
And stuff. Wherever, like what jobs you apply for, you have to like, because you don't want to lose your culture.
I love the food. I love like the humour as well.
Honestly.
The women. Yeah, the women as well. Come on.
Thank you.
Black power.
Done.
Beautiful people, beautiful languages.
The audience have been there like for the whole of their life. I mean, like I'm just currently just happy, like even though history for us obviously there's a lot that happened, but now I just feel like our culture is just blooming. Like
I think it's because we've got a lot to be thankful for as well.
Like, we're the underdog, the person that everyone roots for.
We're hustlers.
Yeah, thing about us as well. There's always God. Always.
Always God. Always.
Cannot not be.
You have a picture in your house. In this house, we will serve the Lord.
As for me and my house,
we will serve the Lord. We all serve the Lord. All of us. And well, most of us.
Yeah, most of us.
If you want to deviate, that's your business. However, the quicker you learn to love God, the better for your life. So just do it.
Not gonna lie, being black has been being a black person is very important to me. Just because, like, when my dad comes to tell you the story of how he came to this country, you just see how much they've hustled to make it better for us.
Know that you're coming from like your own country where you can be an engineer, a doctor, someone of status back in your country, and to come to the UK or whatever and to just do a cleaning job, just so you can make ends meet when back in your country you're actually earning peas. You've got bare houses, you've got drivers and stuff, just to sacrifice for your children. And I feel like that sacrifice also shapes us black people, because our parents do a lot for us, and because we as children see that, it makes our community and makes this generation even more better and even more thankful and grateful and more appreciative.
Like, I feel like because black people have understood the struggle of oppression, we're far more tolerant to other people, and we actually connect far more with other people that are of some struggle.
It's just who you are, it's part of you. It's your DNA. That's my DNA.
Oh, sorry, Kendrick.
We're just trained to be the best in everything we do.
That's not even an option to not be that.
To not be the best, it's just, it's not an option.
Like, dancing is such a huge part of it for some reason, just across the continent. And it's just annoying for people like me that aren't, you know, blessed in that calibre.
Since I'm mixed, I'm mixed, I'm white and I'm black. It's kind of hard for me to just talk about being black without talking about being white. I feel like for me, being half black is a reflection, and it's almost a lesson to those that are ignorant. It's a clear example that if, despite what black people went through because of those who were white, we have overcome so much. All mixed kids are beautiful in their own way, and they need to be reminded that just because you're half white doesn't make you less equal than a black person, or just because you're half black doesn't make you less equal than a white person. You're half and half, and it's a reflection that if black and white can come together after having traumatic, you know, encounters years ago, then we just have to look to the future and continue to work with other races and see what else we can come up with. So that's what I believe.
We should never be ashamed of our skin colour. Everybody should be proud of being white or Chinese, Asian, whatever colour you are. You should be proud of who you are. And I'm just proud of being black.
Black is
beautiful, powerful, great.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Royal. Amazing.
Beautiful. Yes, baby.
It is, man. It is.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Strong. Beautiful. Huh? Yeah.
Black is power.
Black is amazing.
Black is just excellence and beauty.
Black is the best.
Shout out to my chocolate darlings.
Black is empowering. Black is the future. That's a bit radical there. Propaganda. Conspiracy.
Black is
beautiful. I disagree.
I think black is this really complex. Like, it's. Can you stop laughing? Damn. Yes. I feel like black is this really complex, tainted, you know, it's just really not well understood by so many people, and it's just, yes, it's beautiful, but it's ugly at the same time.
Okay,
Because
you're doing
no, it's ugly.
Peace out.
It's ugly.
You've stopped that thing now.
Hi guys, we really hope you enjoyed the video. So happy Black History Month, guys. Embrace your blackness, embrace your culture, embrace who you are. If you don't really celebrate Black history, this is your time to now find out more about yourself, find out more about your history.
It's so important. It's so important.
Yeah,
it's so important because it's who you are. It's your identity.
Yeah.
How you not gonna know yourself, mate? Come on, you need to know your rights. Know your rights, yeah. Thank you.
We know it's been a long one, but thank you for staying till the end. Please comment down below who did you agree with.
Please.
What did you think about some of the questions? Write some of the answers to some of the questions. Guys, just keep supporting, and thank you ever so much for watching.
Like,
comment, subscribe. You haven't subscribed until now.
Fam.
And you're even closing the tab. It's a bit mad. It's actually a bit mad that you're closing the tab and you haven't subscribed.
That's kind of rude still.
Subscribe, boo.
You better do that thing now.
Peace out. A-Town. Black is power, baby.